Hi.
My name's J.C. McCauley.
I'm Naisha McCauley, and you're watching AccessTV.org.
What time is it? It's time to get hip and get a grip. Here with your Councilwoman rJo Winch, and today we're going to bring it to you live like we always do, uncensored. We thank our executive producer there, J.C. McCauley, for always being on time, always letting us have a voice to let you hear what thus say we say. So before we even get started with our program today, we're going to be talking to a not so young man who just took some time to put in a book some things that went on in Great Hartford, in the city of Hartford, back in the day at our high schools and some of our people who have went on to colleges. But before I bring him to you, I just wanted to make you all aware of that on March the 23rd at the council chambers. Is it the 23rd? What did she give me? Hold on, March the 21st. I want to make sure I got the day right. March the 21st, at the Labor, Education, and Workforce and Youth Committee, there will be a resolution that talks about non-contact sports here in our city of Hartford sports and for our school system. And I want each and every one of you who believe that sports are really, something for our children to have. More than just a game, it teaches discipline, teamwork, how to take care of one another. It teaches math. It teaches our children a whole lot of things other than just the sport itself. So we've taken a lot of things out of our schools. We've taken God out of the school. We've taken discipline basically out of the schools, but then we want to punish children when they misbehave. So I need every single one of you who are listening to us to come to 550 Main Street at 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday, March the 21st, here in the city of Hartford, and bring your children, bring the athletes, bring the coaches, bring the principals of schools who have great success stories so that we can combat, having no contact sports. I don't even know what a no contact sports is, Pastor McCurry. What's a no contact sport?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of variations of sports out there, but tonight I'm very happy. We're going to be talking about basketball. And I got a good friend of mine's, Mike Jasper Copeland. He's here. He's going to tell us about basketball. I know about that.
All right, and basketball is a contact sport, but I'm trying to find out what's not a contact sport. Video games?
I don't know.
Even that could be contact. If I don't like what you do, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we still making contact. So how can you have anything that's sports related that's non-contact? But you all meet us on the 21st, 5 p.m., 550 Main Street. We're going to talk about that. But tonight, we want to talk about Mr. Copeland, because Mr. Copeland has a fantastic book here.
Fantastic project, wonderful project.
Oh, What a Move it's called. And I actually know several people in here. And if you all get a copy of the book, trust me, you know several people in here too. So Mr. Copeland, tell us a little bit about, why did you write the book?
Well, it's a maturation process. I've always loved history. I've always loved sports. Ever since I was a little kid, I used to steal my father's newspapers and just read the Hartford Times. And a lot of the guys, Owen Mahorn, Pooch Tolliver, these guys I saw in the Hartford Times. At one time, Hartford had two newspapers, the Current and the Times. Mm-hmm. And those things really, really intrigued me. Growing up, a lot of these stories of these great basketball players were passed on to me, and it really inspired me to play basketball for Weaver. Mm-hmm. But I had a little downtime a couple of years ago and just got a little bored. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to do something to kind of get back out there, to get re-energized. And the thought came to me to do a book on basketball. Mm-hmm. I started out wanting to do it on the state of Connecticut, but I found out that somebody else did that. Mm-hmm. And I said, what about Hartford basketball? Great, great, great players. And when I started the project, I thought I knew a lot about it. But when I went down to the state library and got to those archives, incredible athletes and incredible people overall.
Yeah, absolutely. I even know a couple of people in here back. Let me get back here. Let me rewind. I ain't even gonna be mad at you about the Weaver stuff.
Okay. Well, let this go on the record. Most people most women that go to other schools, they usually hook up with Weaver men. So let that go on the record.
That might be most women, but not this one. But anyway, y'all know I'm from Hartford High. I love my owl. But anyway, we're not gonna hold that against you, because now that we grown, we all in Harvard together. We love each other.
That's it.
We love everybody.
Owls and the Beavers.
All right, there you go. The Owls and the Beavers. Thanksgiving Day.
Bulldogs too. We like y'all too. Buckley Bulldogs.
Oh yeah, that's right. Come on, Buckley.
And that's one of the things I like about what he did. He included a lot of people
I saw
from
Doc
other
Hurley in
schools.
it.
Ivan Powell, guys from the city of Hartford, and that's what he and I talked about. I thanked him because he helped us remember a lot of the wonderful talent that he had in the city. So I just really thank him for helping another generation remember. Because of this project, we won't forget.
No, and absolutely, you know what? And as I'm skimming through him, like, I wonder how many of these people are still alive. Do we know where they are?
Interesting enough, it's a whole big family because I had to reach out to a bunch of people across the country. And I didn't do full bios on individuals who have passed, but most of the guys who are alive, I was able to reach out to. It was just one big family, one big network.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I wonder. Like, I'm just brainstorming, y'all. I wonder what it would take for us to do like a Hartford basketball player reunion.
I think he's working.
You know,
I did that.
So go from what year to what year? What year to what year?
Actually, we had a big reunion this past July, which was my book signing.
Oh, I missed that.
Mike Adams, Rick Mahorn, everybody came back throughout the country. Over 300 people came to the Charter Park.
Nice.
Jim Calhoun was our guest speaker.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was really huge. We did a Skills and Drills project at Keeney Park, and we had a meet and greet function at the Wampanoag Country Club. So it was three big events. The Hartford Current interviewed us. We had a whole big front page.
Oh, nice. So what would it take for us to do a summer camp and have some of these players come in and coach or have conversation with our children, around this sport? While y'all make sure y'all don't forget, come on March the 21st, because there's some people who think that these things are not important. So I need y'all to come. City Hall, 550 Main Street.
Actually, I don't think it would be that difficult to have a summer camp. I would think like some of the pros, like a Mike Adams or a Rick Mahorn, that may be somewhat of a challenge because they live outside of the state. But you have a lot of people.
But some of the locals are still here.
The locals are here, and that can easily happen. That can easily happen. Matter of fact, I'm restarting a nonprofit organization that I used to run called the Sons of Thunder Coalition, which was an organization that used basketball to expose youth to career and educational option. And we had a whole bunch of guys throughout the city who played basketball who were really strong mentors for the kids. So that's more than possible.
All right, you heard it here first on Get Hip and Get a Grip on accesstv.org, coming to you this summer. We're going to get some of these OGs out there and talk to some of our young kids. I don't care if it's boys or girls, because I know girls like to play basketball too. We're going to get all our kids out there who are interested. We're going to find a place, just keep it posted, keep your ear on it. We're going to get y'all somewhere to play. We're going to get some of these people to come out and have conversations with you about what the sport did for them. How they were able to be successful by doing the sport. But make sure that you keep it locked right here on accesstv.org. We'll be back in a minute.
Hello, I'm J. Stan McCauley, and I'm exploring a run for mayor of the city of Hartford in the 2019 election. It's undeniable that Hartford has many challenges. However, I believe that our residents are our strength. The question is, do you believe, like I do, in the potential of Hartford? You see the many assets the city has, but do you wonder, as I do, why we are still struggling to move ahead? Do you wonder why the solutions being offered to us just don't seem to get the job done? Well, creating a vibrant city begins with you. We have incredible people who live in the city, who have great solutions to Hartford's biggest challenges. But you don't always have a platform to have your ideas heard, let alone given an opportunity to co-create solutions that work for you, that work for us, that work for Hartford. Hartford's journey will be bumpy, and we'll continue to face highs and lows that challenge us to work smarter and come together as a community that is willing to capitalize on the power of our collective diversity of thought. The challenges facing Hartford will require each of us to act. whether in small ways or big ones. If you're with us on this journey, give me a call at 860-944-9797 and host a listening event for me. Invite a few of your friends so we can explore the possibilities together for a better Hartford.
What's going on? Oh, baby. What's really going on?
What time is it? It's time to get hit and get a grip. Here with your Councilwoman rJo Winch and our co-host Pastor McCauley, and we have a special guest this evening. Talk about what a move. And so we're talking a little bit, Mr. Copeland, about the year 1954. Why was that important?
Very important. You know, when I first started this project, I said I'm gonna do it on Hartford basketball. But I said, gee whiz, I mean, Hartford Public was the first or the second school.
Who?
Hartford Public.
Woo woo.
She heard you.
That was the second school ever constructed in the country. So I said, well, that's going way back. Then I was thinking, wow, what would be a good place to start? Well, 1954 was the first state championship team to ever come out of Hartford. And interesting enough, it was won by Weaver with an all-black starting five
Wow.
for the first time.
Wow.
So I thought that was very significant.
Wow.
No, absolutely. When we look at Hartford today, you know, we're 90% minority. It doesn't matter, you know, what other ethnic groups get thrown in there. We're 90%, you know, of us. So we should be leading the way. We should be doing positive. We should be, you know, making these kind of contributions to Hartford and letting our children know that, listen, you don't have to succumb to what thus says the un-Hartford current. Y'all said it, the un-Hartford current. You don't got to succumb to the things that they promote about Hartford. No, we promote Hartford. We are Hartford.
Right. You know, another point I would like to say that Mike did wonderful with this project is that we know what, you know, the importance of the magnet schools, but the counterproductive to the magnet schools is it kind of ripped neighborhoods apart it took a lot of the history out of the community. So with this book, like I was talking to him earlier, I was very glad that he was able to talk about a lot of the positive people who grew up in the city, the grassroots leaders in the city. So we want to encourage everyone who can to support this project. It's a wonderful project. I think Mike will give you information on where you can find the book at and how you can get access to it.
All right, Mike, tell them where they can buy the book.
Well, on Amazon.com, and right now, I'm just selling it out of my trunk right now. And you can call me at 860-719-2939. That's 860-719-2939.
All right, and more importantly, in September, you know, we always do a book fair at City Hall. So this year, 2018, September, we have many local authors who have produced books, and we're going to have all of them at City Hall. So don't wait till September, though, to get the book.
Right.
Give Mike a call
Support
to
the
purchase
project.
the book now, support the project, because that's going to help us to do what we need to do about incorporating our children and listening to them. And they can tell us a little bit more about how basketball has enhanced and helped their lives. You have to have good grades to play sports in school. And if you're not making a grade, they're not letting you on the field.
Right.
So no more of those days where, you know, the sport is more important than your academics. Because academics is always going to be important no matter what you do in life. That's one thing that nobody can ever take away from you. So you make sure that you go to school and get everything positive that the school has to offer for you. And while we're talking about that, I just want to shout out all the young people and all the colleges across the nation out there marching for their lives against the violence of guns inside their school systems, you know, being brought to their school by their peers, not by somebody else, but by their peers, young people under the age of 21 who have been able to get their hands on assault rifles and bumpers and come out there because they're angry and shoot their peers. Parents, check your kids. I don't care what you think they might have in their room. Their room is in your house. You ought to know what's in there. Because I live at 359 Sigourney Street. Let my granddaughter bring something in there. Let her bring it in there. Y'all gonna have to call the cops to get me off of her. So you go in your kid's room. You get in their business because their business is your business. You the parent of your house. And you should know if your child have a gun. You should know if your child got mental illnesses. You should know if your child has a mindset to want to hurt somebody. Get them some help.
Right.
You know, and if you can't, reach out to other agencies to ask them how to help you to help your child. If you don't know how to reach your children, ask somebody else to help you, because none of us can do everything. You know, parenting is the only job you don't need an application for. You know, so you don't come with perfect skills. Parenting is about learning as you go. Ask me, I know. You know, it's about learning as you go. And every single child is different than the next. So you constantly got to keep, you know, reinvigorating your parenting skills. And one child may be easy and the other one might not. But you got to learn how to reach all your children, because you want all of them to be successful and we want all of them to be safe. But I just want to say I'm so encouraged by all the young people who got out there and took a chance. Like we used to do the sit-ins at school just because we want to do a simple little thing like be able to wear pants to school. But you all are out there getting it done because your lives depend on it. And I hope every last one of you in every single one of those colleges get yourself a voter registration card, because all of you are over the age of 18. Take your feet to the polls and vote for your interests. If those individuals who are currently elected are not fighting for your issues, then elect one of your peers. Get one of them to sit there, because they know your issue, they know what you want, and they know how to advocate for you because they're one of you. Right, Pastor McCurry?
Right. And one last thing I would like to say, and also Mike's a wonderful grassroots leader in the city of Hartford. He has a wonderful initiative called Sons of Thunder, and we know that parenting, you should use all the support that you have in the community. One time, you know, he afforded me an opportunity, because I'm a big Celtic fan. He had brought some kids, inner city kids, up to the Boston Garden. They were able to see a basketball game. That was my first time getting an opportunity. So, when
But you wasn't a kid, so was you a chaperone?
but still, there's a lot of people that sometimes don't get an opportunity to get out. So when we have initiatives like Sons of Thunder, let's find out who the grassroots leaders is and find out how we can support his efforts so we can be a support.
But I want to know how I can go. So I'm not a kid, so if I be a chaperone, can I get up to the
Yeah,
game?
sure.
Okay,
Mike gonna tell him how we can get back up there. Mike even had took some kids one time to the NBA draft. Remember that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
We had
nice.
tickets to the NBA draft, the Celtics, the Knicks. Charlie Ward gave me tickets. The kids got a chance to
Oh,
see him.
nice.
Paul Pierce of the Celtics.
Yep.
Kids got a chance to see him. And we used to do scholarship and awards banquets.
Oh, that's a
every year.
nice one, too.
So guys like him, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Vin Baker, all these guys were our guest speakers. And it's one thing when I say don't do drugs, but it's another thing
Right.
when Ray Allen and those
Right,
type of guys
say don't do-
so
absolutely,
it's-
absolutely.
yeah, so we're trying to get that program back, and I think it'll be good for the city of Hartford.
All right, and then
think
you
it'll be
also
fantastic.
mentioned that you are going to be going to one of our magnet schools a week or two from now.
Yes, me and a few of the Hartford basketball legends, we've been doing a tour with the book. We was at Rawson School this past for Black History Month, and there's a lot of great African Americans in there who weren't just basketball players. They were chemists, college presidents, teachers. All kinds of people that just weren't basketball players. This was back in the 1950s. So we just want to bring that story to all the schools throughout the city of Hartford.
All right, so then what week are you guys going to be at Capitol Prep?
Capitol Prep on April the 5th. And yeah, me and several of the legends will be there giving the story of Hartford basketball.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ferguson and Mr. Fulton, for just, having the vision to have Mr. Copeland coming to your school and some of the greats from Hartford to have a conversation with the youth at Capitol Prep, because they got a fantastic basketball team and a football team over there.
Yes, yes.
And they even play a little bit of lacrosse, so they trying to spread out and do some great things, and we're so proud of them.
I think Andre Drummond came from Capitol.
Yeah, briefly. Yeah.
All right. So y'all know y'all always hear things first here. Where? On Get Hip and Get a Grip. On accesstv.org. We'll see you next time.